Osiris and Isis, the passion play of Egypt. Hello everybody and welcome. The fable of Isis and Osiris is a great drama which is termed the passion play of Egypt. This fable is Egyptian, and since the Egyptians transcended in wisdom, perhaps this fable obscurely signifies something more than a fable. These accounts of Isis and Osiris are from fragments of Egyptian religious literature. The story then is told as follows. Please subscribe now to get the latest news on archaeology, ancient history, civilizations and world mythology. The goddess Noth was the daughter of Shor and Tefnoth. Noth brought forth 5 children in 5 days and in 5 different locations. On the first day, she brought forth Osiris, and the place of his birth was Mount Nisa, in Arabia the Happy. This Mount Nisa in Arabia could possibly be the true Mount Sinai, also known as Jebel al-Lawz, located in modern-day Saudi Arabia. Later, Osiris became the king of Egypt and would transform the country from its barbarous existence into a happy and communal society. Osiris taught men agriculture and encoded a rule of law. He taught them to show reverence towards the gods and how to worship them. After bringing knowledge and enlightenment to Egypt, Osiris traveled throughout the rest of the world. He converted people to his disciplines, not by force, but by the persuasion of reason. Osiris was also accompanied on this journey by a procession of nymphs and other supernatural entities who filled the air with music and song. In the meantime, Typhon or Seth, the brother of Osiris, had ambition to usurp the throne, but the vigilant Isis, the wife of Osiris, was too watchful and vigilant. Typhon, however, persuaded 72 other persons to join him in his conspiracy and perfected a plot against Osiris. Typhon fashioned a chest to the exact measurement of the body of Osiris. He then brought the chest into the banquet hall where all the princes of Egypt were feasting in celebration of the return of their king. Typhon presented the chest and promised that the elaborately ornamented box would go to the one whose body, upon trial, most neatly fitted it. Now, each of the princes in turn lay down in the box, but each was either too short or too tall, until last of all, Osiris himself lay down in it. Immediately, the 72 conspirators rushed to the box, clamped the lid on it and fastened it with nails, and poured molten lead over all the cracks and crevices. After this, they carried the chest to the banks of the Nile and cast it into the river, where it meets the sea. Once Isis hears of what happened to her husband, she mourns for Osiris by cutting off a lock of her hair and put on the mourning apparel of widowhood. The place in which she did this was later named Coptos, the city of mourning. The chest of Osiris was carried by the sea to the coast of Byblos in Phoenicia, which is modern-day Lebanon. The chest became lodged in a bush of tamarisk, which miraculously grew up around the sacred receptacle and concealed it within its trunk. The king of Byblos, amazed at this miracle, ordered the tree to be cut down and from the trunk containing the box of Osiris. He made the pillar to support the roof of his palace. By magic, Isis discovers this and travels by Byblos, where she attached herself to the queen as a nurse to her children. At night, when all the palaces was asleep, Isis transformed herself into a swallow and floated around the column. In due time, Isis revealed her divine nature and asked that the pillar be cut down. Taking the chest, Isis departed with it to a deserted place where she performed certain magical rites by which the body of Osiris was temporarily animated, giving Isis enough time to sleep with her husband, impregnating her with a son who would be named Horus, meaning the child that was conceived from the dead. Isis then left the body of Osiris in order to give birth to Horus without the knowledge of Typhon, who would have destroyed the child. Isis hid the chest in a remote place, but one night Typhon, while hunting by the light of the moon, chanced upon it. Knowing Isis to be proficient in magic, Typhon tore the body of Osiris into 14 pieces and scattered them all over Egypt. At this time, Thoth, the prince of law, came to the assistance of Isis. Thoth also prophesied that Horus would sit upon the throne of his father and rule the double empire of Egypt. Upon the advice of Thoth, Isis hides the child in the papyrus swamp. Leaving her son, Isis constructs a magical booth from papyrus and travels across Egypt looking for the scattered pieces of her husband. As she gathered the path, she encased them in a magical mummy composed of wax, incense, and grain seed. She finally recovered all the parts of Osiris except for the phallus, which had been thrown into the river and devoured by 3 fishes. This organ Isis reproduced in gold, and having performed all the ceremonies necessary to ensure the life of Osiris in the underworld, she returned to her son, Horus. Now, we turn from this fable and interpret the meaning behind the allegory. Osiris represents the sun and Isis the moon. Osiris is the doctrine of the mysteries and Isis is the church. The 14 parts of Osiris are scattered through the 7 divine and 7 infernal spheres. Some of the scattered parts of esoteric wisdom are found among the Sufis of Islam, who explored the depth of nature. In Judaism, the rabbis intricately unravel the skein of the Kabbalah. In India, they contemplated the triple-headed Brahman, and the Rosicrucians attempted to recast the molten sea that stood before the temple in Jerusalem. All of these different disciplines together are Isis searching for the members of her Lord. Isis, by modeling and reproducing the missing members of Osiris, gives the body of the god the appearance of completeness, but the life power is not there. However, the golden phallus is rendered alive by the sacred rituals found in the lost book of Thoth. Thus, the divine power of Osiris is restored through the process of initiation. What is your thought on this video? Kindly drop your views in comment section. And don't forget to like this video, share with friends and family on social media. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button and click the bell notification so you will get every update on this channel. Thank you for watching. See you next time.